Hi, in this video I'm just going to show you how to do look for ratios. So let's say I have a triangle and I decide to construct the midpoints, and then with the midpoints I decide to construct segments. So I'm creating these different sort of triangles, and maybe I'd like to see what the ratio is from the small triangle to the large triangle. So for example, I might decide, let me measure this and this. So I would go up to measure lengths. Okay, so again, this is the whole idea here is to show you what the logic is to when you're working with ratios. Now let's say I want to measure this ratio maybe compared to the whole length. So I don't have this length yet. So what I knew, in order to get this length, I need to create it by just making a new segment. So from here to here, and I'm going to measure that length, and then this length to that length, and I'm going to go ahead and measure that. Now, if I want to see if these numbers make a ratio, I could move them around. Now, let's say HI is 5.26. If I could change that so it's a little bit smaller, maybe make it 5. Okay, so 501, and this looks like 10. So this looks like a ratio of 2 to 1. So what I could do is, if I want to actually measure it, I can go to number and calculate, and I just click on the numbers I want to divide. So the ratio I'm looking for is this number divided by this number, and that gives me a ratio of 2 to 1, and this also looks very close to 2 to 1, so let me double check that. So I'm again going to go to number, calculate, and divide this by this, and again it's a ratio of 2 to 1, and then I can, just to make sure it's not just chance, I can move them around and that ratio stays. So this is twice as long as this, and this is twice as long as that. So again, that was just a quick explanation to show you how you might use this in your triangle centers project to find a ratio.